This year is Le'ilui Nishmat Dora Bajoya. She was my godmother, wonderful, wonderful lady. So I was always bothered with the question, why is it that somebody should hate another person for no reason? What we call lechinam, for no reason. Chinam means free. No. Because if I don't like someone, it's for a reason. You did something to me, I don't know, something about you. Excuse me, there's always a reason, right? Or maybe you even think different than me. So I don't like you because your thought pattern is different than mine, and it aggravates me. So I hate you, right? Or I don't like you. So why are you telling me it's sinat chinam? It's hatred for no reason. Or like free hatred. In other words, there's no substance. There is a substance, always a substance. We said the Bet HaMikdash was destroyed because of sinat chinam. That's not true. They didn't like one another. This one was smarter, this one was handsome, this one had more money. There is a reason why you hate people. And sometimes that hatred is justified. I don't like you because it's a really legit reason, and sometimes it's not legit. But there's always a reason. And we say that Bet HaMikdash was destroyed because of Sinat Chinam, but it's going to be rebuilt because of Ahavat Chinam. What does it mean, Ahavat Chinam? I love you because, most likely, there's something there. If it's my son, I love him because he's my son. He's the expression of my unity with my wife. I love you because you I don't know, line my pockets. You do something for me. You're nice to me. You say good morning to me. What do you mean, Ahavat Chinam or Sinat Chinam? So, I don't know if you ever thought about it. But the problem is that we use those words all the time when we make a whole Torah out of this. We're not even actually thinking, what does it mean? Again, if I hate you, it's because, chas v'shalom, right? You did something to me. Don't come and tell me that I hate you for no reason. I have a very good reason. Or at least for me, it seems like a good reason. So what do we do in cases like this? We go to the sources. And one of the sources that we always use today is what? Wikipedia. So you go to Wikipedia. It's fascinating. I usually don't like to do it, but you go to Wikipedia. And in Wikipedia it says that Sinat Chinam, how would you say it? Sinat Chinam?
Baseless hatred.
Baseless hatred is a concept that its source comes in Judaism and really comes to express hatred that is not to the baseless, it's not to the point when a person hates another person or another group for no ulterior reason or for no practical reason. And only because they have a different opinion than he is, and so on and so forth, or they belong to a different group. But it's not, if you think about it, it's not satisfying, this explanation, because again, if you think different than me, I might view your point of view as dangerous to me, so I hate you for that, or I feel that you're a threat to me, so it's still not good. But you see, it comes from Judaism. Because if a person has a different opinion than me, and I like him or don't like him because of that, I still have a reason. It's not for chinam. So therefore, if I don't understand what sinat chinam, again, how do I can ever practice ahavat chinam, baseless love, or for no ulterior motives? Because if you think about it, let's say, for example, I see the neighbor across the street, and I said to you, Zalman, you see this man? And you're going to tell me, yes. I said to you, I love him. You're going to tell me, yeah, well, why is that? For no reason, I just love him. What do you tell me? Like, hello? I have a good shrink, you want to talk to him? I think he takes your insurance. It's like it's really bizarre and so on and so forth, right? So in order to love someone, I need to at least get to know this person a little bit, something in him that makes me so-called love him. And if I don't love him, if I don't know him and I love him for whatever reason, that's already not chinam, and therefore I'm not loving him. So it's a very weird thing that we use it all the time, and we made a whole concept, and we never actually, dwell into it. And the more you're going to look into it, the more you dwell, you still see yourself spinning around in circles, different expression, sinat chinam, ahavat chinam, and so on and so forth. Why do I have to worry about this all the time? What's the inyan with this? Because, you could say that one of the things that really motivate me to do and to help people is I want them to succeed, and that's why we did what we're doing. That's why we talk the way we talk, and we want to help people. So is there a certain aspect of love here? And in the other hand, if I don't want to help you, I guess there's a certain level of hatred or so what is it? But maybe we didn't see things appropriately. Because we say chinam is for free, or for no reason, or for baseless, and so on and so forth. But maybe the problem is really in that. Because we took the word and we associated it with the closest possible translation for the word chinam, for free. But I'm going to tell you, if we're going to learn a little bit about grammar, there is a word in Hebrew that's called chen. Sheker chen. What's chen?
Grace.
Grace. What's chinam?
Grace.
Their grace. Their grace. So when people hate other people because of their grace, because the beauty in them, because the good in them, or any of the things, when I, for example, hate somebody because of that, that really brings a destruction. That's a jealousy that could really burn and destroy worlds. I don't like the beauty in you. Everything has beauty in it. I don't like your chen. I don't like what makes you beautiful. I don't like what's good about you. And when a person also, when people hate people because of that, or the opposite, when they love people ahavat chinam, they love the chen in them. That means that those people, if I have ahavat chinam, that means that I see the good in the person, his chen. Not only him as an object, him because of its grace. Because today we're not getting into homophobia and all kind of baloney like that. You understand now what it means, the love of David and Yonatan. When David says that the love to Yonatan was more precious to him than a love for women, what does it mean? God forbid not to think any crazy ideas, right? But it means that his love for him, love for women, I understand what David HaMelech loved women, right? He was a man, and he was a very vibrant man, and he loved women, of course. Can't blame him for that. Women are beautiful. Of course, it's normal. But when he loved Yonatan, he loved his grace inside of him, not the figure, the inside part of him, the good in him. In other words, David HaMelech was able to see, and which is fascinating, and all of a sudden he said, oh my goodness, this man was a giant, even though he was a short guy. Shaul was the son of the person who tried to kill him. Yonatan was the son of Shaul. Shaul tried to kill him. So, your daddy's trying to kill me. I hate you and I hate your daddy. Not only that, I'm going to hurt you to hurt your daddy because he's trying to kill me. Not the case. David HaMelech was able to separate. He saw the good in Yonatan. And Yonatan saw the good in David. So whatever beef my father has with you, there's nothing to do with you. I see the good in you. That's why David mourned him so much. To be able to see, I know people who didn't get married to girls because their grandfathers in Kazakhstan, whatever the heck it was, in like, I don't know, Kandahar, they had fights with one another. Their grandparents, for crying out loud. The parents refused for this guy to marry this girl because their grandparents were rivals. Are you out of your mind? That's sinat chinam. When you're able to see the beauty in the person that he has, and everyone has a certain beauty to it. That's ahavat chinam. When you can't see it, that's sinat chinam. That's hatred. And people that are like this, they're able to see good, they appreciate those things, and they support that, and they connect it, and they help you bring about. If you feel ahavat chinam from someone, that means that you saw the good in him, and you're going to try to help him bring the best in him, those qualities to bring up to the surface. You can't eliminate the bad. I'm sorry. You can't eliminate it. It's a fact that it always has to be there. But you could tip the scale to make the person, as it says, those Beinonim, those people are in the middle. There are those who are up here. There are those who are there. So you are able to shadow the bad with increasing the good. So if I have ahavat chinam, let's say to Zalman, right? So I see something good in him. I don't know yet what it is, but we should try to find. We see something good in Zalman, and I'm trying to connect to that part and bring it about to make him into a better person, to elevate the good in him into higher, and ultimately affect everybody around us by doing so. So I love Yehoshua like this, and I love Yaakov like this, and so on and so forth, and all of you guys like this, to bring it all about. And that's how we build the Bet HaMikdash. Everybody has something bad in him. Everybody. So when I have sinat chinam, is I'm concentrating on the bad, and I'm magnifying the bad, and therefore that comes to light, and that's cause destruction. It's a perspective. So if you're going to look further into the sinat chinam, you see that the straightforward connection to jealousy. Even son the same. Sin'ah, kin'ah. Sin'ah, kin'ah. It's almost the same thing. I didn't do the numerical value difference between the two, but I'm sure, probably if Melech is a guy, he used to be in Yeshiva. He's the king of Gimatriot. So if Melech, if you listen do me a favor, come up with some difference between Sinai and Kinah over here. So when a person hates somebody, many times is because he's jealous that he has it and he doesn't. That's jealousy. And that's a very bad thing. Why is it a bad thing? Why jealousy is a bad thing? Because I am not willing to look at what I have. I'm concentrating on what I don't have, and you have it. And because of that, I resent it. And because of that, I hate it. And I hate you as a result of that. Not only you as a person. Eventually, I hate you as a person because you have something that I don't have. And that's why we hate certain groups of people. And that's how we become racist. Listen, racism is a universal thing. White people could become racist. Black people could become racist. Racism has no boundaries. It's not something only for white people, only for black people. It has to do with people. It's people that are not able to see, first of all, what good do they have. I think one of the reasons that the Arabs hate the Jews so much is because the Jews are able to come in and flourish the desert, and they have a democracy. When the Arabs don't, why are you so jealous of them? You got oil there, you can swim with it. You rich as Korach, why are you so jealous? It's always not saying what you have, and everybody has a gift. Everybody has good. And again, it's a mindset, it's a perspective. And when we say that we have Ayin Hara, right, we're not talking about the mystical expression of Ayin Hara, it simply is an Ayin that only sees bad. It doesn't see good. Ayin Ra'ah means your eyes always, you have a bad lens. You only see the bad. Change your lenses, you'll start seeing the good. And you can get many, many examples of this. Like, for example, we say, let's say, for example, there's a person who is a business, right, and he's doing something like this, and his friend, and he sees, his colleague doing the same thing, and he puts stuff in Facebook and Twitter and I don't know, whatever, Instagram and so on and so forth. So instead of doing the same thing and trying to improve his business, he's trying to badmouth the person, right? Or they're bad, and he makes fake reviews, and then you get caught up with this thing. And that's why it's very bad and very important, by the way, to stay away from people who are negative. To stay away from places that, if you're in a shul, and the shul is full of negativity, I don't know, listen, I'm sure they're going to be, a whole line of rabbis are going to disagree with me, but that's what I think. I would rather pray at home, alone, than to go to a shul, that everybody's talking Lashon Hara on everybody. I mean, the Gra said that, didn't he? Better off, you stay home. Because it is an infectious disease. It becomes you. You get used to it. You break into taboos, you're changing, and all of a sudden you become a heretic. We need to understand that. And there are people that already made a tremendous way in terms of the awareness, that they could really and say that this is the reason for jealousy, or that is the reason for hatred, and so on and so forth. And there's some people who would say, no, forever, no, I would never be a person like this, right? But it's possible for everybody. You're part of society. That's why it's important to be among people who are not like that. So examine those things. And it has nothing to do with even a matter of faith. It's what your faith or what's not your faith. It has to do with what people, ultimately the people you're in the society, in the environment that you're around. The truth is that somewhere deep down inside, each and every one of us wants to find out and bring up to light whatever is unique to him or to her, and so on and so forth, to it, or whatever. But everybody wants to express his own voice and bring up his own self out and develop his own, his own identity and so on, and to really express it really, really hard, that everybody would recognize him and people would acknowledge him and people will come to him and so on and so forth. But we need to understand that in order to help people with what we know is basically getting, first of all, in touch with ourselves, is to find the good in people, because I'm not capable of helping other people if I don't even see the good in me first. Yes, it would start with you, and it's not being selfish. I need to know what's good in me. And then I can see and forget about what's bad. Let's bring about the good. Let's enhance the good. Let's bring whatever is good up more. Concentrate on, yes, we all have bad midot. We all do. And that's terrific, because we have something to work on. But let's bring about and let's execute more what we're good at. So for example, argument's sake, let's say you're good in math, right? So help people, tell people, listen, I'm good in math, anybody needs help. Or I'm good in Gemara, so help, listen, anybody who wants to bring this about. Tap into the good. So, and this is really how you fulfill your purpose. Your purpose in life is determined based on acknowledging what's good in you, what you're strong at, and bringing it up to light for the service of others. Whatever that will be. So let's say, for example, let's say you're a very capable businessman and you're making a lot of money. Say, guys, of course, I'm not going to just handing, $100 bills in the street like this to call dechvin. However, if somebody is in dire straits and needs some of this, come to me. I'll help you out. I'll help you out, even if it's a loan with no interest, of course, or in different cases, I'll just give it to you like this. I mean, what are you gonna do with all this money? What did you become so smart for if not to help somebody else? Why did God give you this gift if not to help somebody else? Would you do so? And somebody asked me, how do I become a chariot for Hashem? Well, Hashem gave you qualities. So take those qualities and now use it to the service of Hashem. And what will be to make this world into a better place, help other people. And that's something that we must understand. You have qualities that I don't have. And I have qualities that you don't have. And that's beautiful, because we can bring it all to the plate together. Like they do, I forgot how to do it, especially if you go camping, like long camping, so you bring your sausages and he brings his beans and you bring this, so what are you going to do? Okay, so he brought this sausage, he's going to eat salami like this all day long, he's going to, all the bears from Montana are going to come up there, he smells so much like meat. And the beans, forget about it, he'll make so much beans, he'll fly to Utah even though he's in Maine. You know what I mean? Now what's the best thing to do? Okay, he brings his salami into the dish, throws it into the pot. He takes the beans, put it into the pot. He brings the tomatoes, put it into the pot. He brings the potatoes, put it into the pot. And all of a sudden we have this amazing dish that it's really comforting. And we're sitting all by the fire together, the bonfire, with maybe a little bourbon on the side. Don't forget the bourbon. And we're enjoying a tremendous food, and we're feeling good, and it's contenting our soul, and all of a sudden we have friends, and we're not alone, and you know what, we can face the world. It's all because you share everything together. That's what I'm talking about. If somebody comes to you, and let's say, for example, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, and he doesn't have money, and he suffers, so what's the big deal, Okay, I don't know about insurance, what's the insurance thing like this, but don't charge him. Tell him it's okay, and next time. Be my friend. The best thing that somebody could do, let's say for example you did a favor to someone, is that he will be your friend. So don't give me the money back. It's okay, don't worry. Be my friend. Sit down and learn with me Amud Gemara. Let's do a Mishnah together. That's what I'm talking about. So what is the way to fix Sinat Chinam? The fix is to find the Chinam, to find the beauty into people. To find the grace in other people and concentrate on that, on the good, on the grace. To concentrate on something that I do love, or something that by me concentrating on what's the good, that's reducing. It's like physics, P1 equals P2. So you increase the love, you find the beauty, there's less hatred, less ugliness. You're able to bring it before, and so that's how you fix it. You can't ask me to love everybody just because of that. It's impossible. I can't. I'm a human being. I'm not God. But, by the way, that's why when you see a baby, our baby, for the first time, you love your baby crazy. I can tell you, I love my grandkids. I see them. I get butterflies. I see my grandkids. My kids send me pictures. I get butterflies. But once you start raising your kids and say, okay, I'm going to have kids so they can take care of me when I'm older, your love is already tinted. You don't see the beauty in your kids. You see, you see yourself in diapers and your kid pushing you around. But don't forget, they might push you down the stairs also, but that's a different case, That's not what you brought kids to do, right? So we need to remember this. Just doing like this and removing all kind of hatred and concentrating on the good would really remove a lot of negativity, and you'll be able to deal with people from a point of strength, not weakness. You're not going to be intimidated by everybody. You're intimidated. We're intimidated. That's why the easiest thing to do is to hate. So to open it up, to feel more pleasant, to welcome the person, and that starts, guys, with saying good morning to people in the street. You see somebody in the street, say good morning. Jew, not Jew, white, black, red, green, yellow, whatever, purple, You see somebody in the street, don't forget to say good morning, hello. Yes, I know you live in New York, you're a bunch of hoodlums, but don't lose your tzelem Elokim, say good morning, bless somebody. Start by doing so, by acknowledging that you wish on somebody a good day. And then he'll wish on you a good day also, and all of a sudden it's already better. It's crazy how much this could help. And just to bring you a little bit of that, the gematria of Chinam is 108. It's the same gematria as Gehenna, right? So now you decide. אתה רוצה גיהנום או אתה רוצה גן עדן? What is that you like? Ahavat Chinam is 516. 516 is also the gematria. The Avid Rachamana Letav Avid. Whatever God does is for the best. That's Ahavat Chinam. And it's also the same gematria, numerical value of Hatikva. Means the hope. So when you love people, there is hope, of course. And also the gematria of Chesed Hashem, Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei, Me'olam Ve'ad Olam. When you love, when you do Ahavat Chinam, you see the Chazdei Hashem going forever and ever. because you start to see what's good and how good God is to us and how much He loves us, and you're in love. I'm all shook up. And then also the Gematria of Olam Shalem, a complete world. For whatever reason, it's also the Gematria of Rabbi Nachman ben Fega. But, and also the of Todah LaAmonai and so on and so forth. Sin'ah is also has the same numerical value of Esh HaKol, everything is fire. It also has the Gematria of Ha'eshim, he always blames. When you hate somebody, you always blame him. Also the same Gematria of Kufrim, infidels. You know? It is also the same Gematria of Laharos HaKol, to destroy everything. The Gematria of Sinat Chinam, which is 859, it's the same Gematria as Hatadmit, your image. You're concentrating on the image, not on the persona itself. Interesting enough, Sinat Chinam also in Hebrew is Mavet Mikorona, death from Corona. Yeah, you're laughing, but it is. More than that, is Malchut HaMashiach. You can't have Sinat Chinam if you want Malchut HaMashiach. They go opposites. You're talking about Corona? Good. The Gematria of Sinat Chinam is Nagif Mistori, a mysterious virus. Also Pitum Aktoret. Right? It's also the Gematria of Tzorer HaMashiach. If you have Sinat Chinam, you are the enemy of the Mashiach. And maybe from here we could continue progressing forward and to understand and develop and to find, first of all, our own voice, really who we are. From here, understanding this, if you take this and develop it yourself, maybe you find within you that point that could connect to the good in other people and to actually help them in their lives. So we are almost at Rosh Chodesh Av and then Tisha B'Av, so I really wish on everybody to find the chinam, to find the grace in everybody, in everything, to really move forward, to start living more fulfilled life that is filled with positive feelings, with positive emotions, finding your own individual voice, your individual uniqueness, finding first of all the good in you, and to love people for no ulterior motive. Have a wonderful day.